Today I'm starting a new series that I'm affectionately referring to as Closet Confessions. I'm 52 years old. In the past year and a few months, I have lost 40 pounds. And for the first time, I'm looking at my closet in a whole new way. For years, I weighed between 195 pounds, and at my highest, when I went on medication, I was 202, 203 pounds. Now I'm approximately 162 pounds, and everything around me is different. When I purchased clothes at that weight, I wasn't always looking for investment pieces because I wasn't really proud of how I looked. And I didn't want to invest in quality pieces to last a lifetime because I knew I didn't want to be that weight for a lifetime. The medication that I've taken was a very personal choice, and I'm not here to promote it, but it changed my life. For those of you who are curious, for the first year I was on Zepbound, and I've more recently been on Wegovy. I'm struggling a little bit on the Wegovy, and I feel like I'm more in maintenance now. I still would like to lose 10 or 15 pounds, but I am finally at an age and a weight and a stage in my life that I'm ready to invest in myself. And I want my wardrobe to reflect that. So the ultimate goal is to have a beautiful capsule wardrobe. For years, I purchased clothes not because I loved them, but because they fit. If your closet doesn't reflect who you are anymore, you are not alone. Today, I am cutting through the excess and starting fresh. Now I finally feel confident enough to invest in myself with thrifted treasures and investment pieces and everything in between. You may be ready for that same fresh start. The closet that I'm about to show you is a mess, but it's realistic. It was really something I was passionate about sharing with you. I didn't want this to be this perfect before and after video, although you will be seeing some before and after footage. I wanted this to be real. The last time I tackled this closet and this space was 5 years ago. We were in the heart of lockdown, and I decided to Marie Kondo my entire closet. The difference between that video and today's video seems monumental. One difference was that I tackled that all in one sitting. It was really important for me to clear out the entire space and get through everything. There was just so much I wanted to do, so I plowed through it. This time, I'm taking the closet section by section because this time it's all about quality. It's all about refining what I wear, really taking a hard look at some things that I'm holding on to, trying to figure out the why behind why I'm holding on to them, and moving forward with clothes that really make me feel good about myself, that serve a purpose for a season in my life, that make me feel good. This is not like my video from 2020. That video, when I look back, kind of makes me a little sad. I know I was trying, but when I watched that video back today, I looked like I was in survival mode. I could see it in my eyes. I knew my confident self was somewhere in there, and I knew in that video that I wasn't giving up on myself. Even though I wasn't ready there, I knew in my heart of hearts that one day I was going to figure it out. This medication unlocked that ability for me, and I pray I can sustain this lifestyle. I'm just so grateful. Another thing I want to say quickly is that I wish so much when I weighed 200 pounds, I had confidence, or I had the confidence that I have now. I'm not saying that if you are at a weight that you don't want to be at, that you should not be confident. I admire women who are confident at any size, and I wish that was me. It just wasn't. Sometimes when I look back, I wish I had just bought the size 16 pants that fit so that I could be more comfortable. But I chose to never buy a pair of pants that were bigger than a size 14. I would buy extra larges or extra larges and things that stretched. There was something about the plus size number that terrified me. So even though I was clearly plus size, I wouldn't buy plus size clothing, which really limited my options. And that was a me problem. It wasn't the weight, it was my own mental hang up. This is not about saying that if you are in a body that may not be your ideal weight, that you shouldn't be looking for quality clothing or investing in yourself, because you absolutely should. And I wish I had the confidence to invest in myself even at a higher weight. And I hope I'm getting what I'm trying to say across. If you are someone who wants to be the best version of you at any age or any weight, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I'll be sharing more videos about this topic as we move forward, as we go through my closet. I will also start focusing more on pieces that I think are worth the investment and things that I think would be a better decision for you to thrift, at least to try it out. And then if you like it, then maybe make the investment later. I've sold over 11,000 pieces on reselling platforms like Poshmark and on eBay. I've seen clothes that are fast fashion and feel like they are disposable and they are poor quality. And I've seen incredible quality pieces that are worth investing in. All right, let's dive in. So here is my closet that I did over with my own two hands in large part. I stained these floors. I repurposed a ton of stuff in here. This is Jay's closet. We're not going to include that in today's tour. This is my laundry station. I used a curtain in the back to add a little pop of color. Love having my washer dryer upstairs. These are cabinets that I painted and repurposed that used to be in my mudroom. They hold some clothing and some overfill from other parts of my life. This right here is my closet where I put all of my dresses because the rod is up a little bit higher. I also have some off-season things to the left here. And in here is largely where I have some sweaters, but mostly athletic wear pants that I can just fold and put in there. Over here, I have another little section for shoes, mainly my teaks, right, Lumpy? This is something that I am looking to replace. These are all teaks. I had kind of a crazy teak collection. Don't need the boxes on display. In fact, I think I'm going to sell the boxes. And these came out like around the time of the Lord of the Rings finale. And they were themed like a dragon theme. And they're worth a decent amount. And I never really wore them all that much. So I'm definitely going to sell those. I might sell these plaid ones too. A couple things that I want to sell there. Lots of denim over here. I need to try all these things on, and I'm going to replace this shelf and repurpose this in my Boston apartment. I just need a shelf that's larger here, and this is where I'm going to put all of my handbags. Overflow of sweaters, lots of jewelry that I don't really use in here. Over here is my pile of donations as I find things that don't work for me. Okay, it's dark in here because the cast of the yellow light I hate, but maybe, I mean, you can get the gist of it here. Bunch of American Girl things in there. Used to be like a little reading nook for Angelina, and tons of AG stuff. Oh, this looks like a horror movie. I do need to put the light on. Hold on. Okay, I just hate the yellow light so much when I'm filming. This is a box of empty pen supplies, selling some of those things. This is my grandmother's old hope chest that I painted. That is beautiful and covered with blankets and overflow of handbags. This is also where we keep all of our luggage, and most of the luggage fits back there. This is an unfair representation of what this typically looks like because we just had all the kids move home from Spain and Jay's been traveling, so all the luggage is pulled out. This is a chair that is covered with handbags and junk, right, Lumpy? He has to go out, so I'm going to make this quick. Bureau that I don't use all that often. I have some higher end handbags in the top two drawers and then seasonal stuff on the side. More handbags here. Clearly, handbags need a home. This is what we are tackling today. So I want to take down all of these things so that I can try things on and decide what is worthy of staying in my capsule wardrobe, put back the things that I want, and then either donate or sell what I don't want. And then I feel like if I can cut this in half, then all of the clutter that you're seeing around the room, like any shirts or sweaters that are here or over in that room, I can just hang everything. I want to hang my denim. I actually want to hang everything in here so that I can see it. Obviously, there are some other things like the dresses that will still be part of my wardrobe that are going to stay over there. But this is really where I want the bulk of my clothes to live. I have one other spot that I want to show you that we're not tackling today, but this is phase one. We'll see how long this takes. I also have shoes we can go through, lots and lots of fun things. But I have one more thing to show you. Sorry for the mess, but I'm showing you in real time here. This is my bureau. This left side is Jay's. This right side is mine. It's basically like jewelry on the top drawer. This was an episode a couple years ago in my decluttering. Jewelry here. Tank tops, t-shirts, and pajamas. So really not capsule wardrobe stuff, but stuff that I will go through. We used to have our TV inside there, and this was over here to the right. We got a larger TV for downstairs. We brought this TV, which was originally downstairs, upstairs. That would not fit in here. So now we have these two big pieces of furniture. We clearly don't need this. We have a bunch of linens and blankets in there. But over here, I have underwear, socks, bras, bathing suits. That is everything I own. And now it's time to pare this down and work on my ideal capsule wardrobe. Sorting through my closet like this can trigger all sorts of emotions for me. I've lost weight over the past year with the help of medication, but what I've realized is that weight loss is only one piece of the puzzle. I know how important it is to have care that looks at the whole picture. Perimenopause and menopause don't just affect our weight, they affect our skin, they affect our mood, our focus, our energy. And sometimes when we go to the doctor, we can leave feeling unheard or dismissed. That's why I'm so excited to talk to you about MIDI Health, today's sponsor. I've been very open with my struggles with weight, but I also struggle with extreme brain fog. Probably the result of my thyroid issues. I have Hashimoto's disease. It could also be because of menopause. I've also suspected that I have attention deficit, but it's probably a combination of all three. They also probably contribute a little bit to my issues with sleep. I have a hard time getting to sleep at night and staying asleep. That's why so many of us turn to supplements. We scroll online, buy from third-party suppliers, and hope we're picking the right thing. But the truth is, the supplement world can be overwhelming. There are endless options, a ton of hype, and very little guidance on what actually works. As women, our needs are unique. We deserve solutions that are created for our bodies, not one-size-fits-all answers. That's why MIDI Health exists, to put women at the center of the conversation with care and solutions like supplements that are designed specifically for us. MIDI is a virtual care clinic that is designed specifically for women in midlife. They're also revolutionizing the supplements industry for all of us. They recently launched their supplements designed specifically for women. They are doctor designed using the latest research and insights from MIDI's 200,000 patients. No hype, just science. You can feel confident that you are getting high quality, doctor developed supplements that are made in the US. The supplements that have a lot of appeal to me are probably the fiber supplement as well as the brain boost supplement. I think the daily fiber supplement looks incredible, especially to continue to support my weight loss by helping me feel fuller and sustaining my energy levels. The daily brain boost I feel like would be a lifesaver. I think because I work online, it's so easy for me to get distracted that I feel like sometimes my brain fog and lack of focus gets in the way, so these supplements would be so helpful. Their results come from treating women with evidence-based care. If you'd like to take the next steps like me and start your journey of self-care, join the more than 200,000 women who love and trust MIDI and click the link in my description box or go to trymidi.com/LoriTata and use code LoriTata to get up to 35% off your first order of supplements. Say goodbye to guessing and hello to doctor-developed formulas designed by women for women. Thanks again to MIDI for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now that I've edited a good portion of this video, I'm just hopping in to let you know it's about 30 minutes of try-ons. If you aren't interested in seeing me go through my closet and trying these pieces on, feel free to check out the timestamps and jump forward to see the end results. One of the struggles I had with watching a lot of capsule wardrobe videos in preparing for this series is that a lot of people start with like the beautifully curated single rack in back of them, and it just didn't seem realistic to me. My question was always like, how did they get there? I want to know, what did it look like before? How did they get to those capsule wardrobe pieces? So that's really the goal of this entire series, which is why this first video in particular is a little bit longer, because I'm fleshing out a lot of the details for the series. Let me know what your preference is. I'm just genuinely curious. Also, I have to say, I wear a tank top in this video that's like my tried and true favorite tank tops from Walmart. It has like a huge stain on the belly. These are like decades old and I sleep in them. And because I was under awful lighting with the ring light, I wasn't really seeing that stain, of course, until I tried things on for like an hour and a half and started editing. Disclaimer, I'm so sorry, real life. Timestamps below if you want to jump forward and avoid the stains. My overhead light is broken, so I'm just relying on a ring light here, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit off. I'm going to show you as much as I can, and then I'll show you what the space looks like when I'm done. Maybe I need to step back here a little bit more. I think I'm going to put a tank top on so I can take things on and off and show you fast. Okay, this is an Athleta cozy cardigan. I like it. It fits. I feel like it reminds me of when I was always just trying to cover myself up. So I think I'm going to sell this piece. This is a size medium for anyone who's interested. Next up is this Lululemon pullover. I love it. It's very comfortable. This I am going to keep. It's practical when I walk lumpy. There's a pocket here for like my little baggies. It's good quality. It washes really nicely. There's no pilling. I think this is really cute. I'm going to keep this one. Okay, next up is this Lucky brand blouse. I like this. What do you guys think? When I think think in terms of capsule wardrobe, I don't know if it's the best option. It is pretty sheer, so I'm wearing a tank top underneath. This is making me feel like it's something that would have covered a lot of this earlier on. So I'm not really sure about this. This is actually a little blazer that I did thrift, and I think it's really pretty. Probably from the late 90s or early 2000s, but it's not like overwhelming. And I think like this is the type of basic look that I am interested in moving forward. It's a little loose fitting, but I kind of think that's the style of it. And it's also something that I could pair with like a high-waisted belt if I really want to get crazy, and that could actually make this an even more versatile piece. I'm looking for things that I can wear with multiple things. This Madewell blazer, on the other hand, feels a little bit big. I think that this could be cute for the fall, but I don't feel like it's very flattering on me. I'm not feeling this. This was something that I thrifted. Even though it's very boxy, I kind of liked this because it was shorter, because I tend to always wear things that are very long. I think I was thinking that this would be like a very casual, like bolero style little cotton jacket to wear over a dress. So what I think I'm gonna do with this, because I feel like it's a very versatile piece, is I think I'm going to put this with my dresses, and when I'm trying on all my dresses on another day, we'll see if this has a place. But let's see this in the context of dresses. So this we are going to hold off for another day and see how it looks with my dresses. This is a men's Obermeyer pullover black fleece jacket. It fits, but I have so much black, and it is long, and it's men's. It fit me when I was bigger, and I don't think this is where I'm headed. We're gonna sell the Obermeyer. Look at us go. This is a piece I recently thrifted, and I just don't know if I'm confident for it yet. It is a cute white. See, now I'm looking here and I feel like it looks good. I would be apprehensive to walk out the door in this because it feels small. I'm so used to wearing everything big, but I liked the neck on this, and I felt like this would be really cute with a blazer over it. It felt very capsule wardrobe to me. I know these are different colors, but I'm just curious if this would work under a blazer. And I think the answer is yes. So I think I'm gonna keep this. Since I just bought it, I wanna give this a chance in my wardrobe. I probably need a bra that pulls me up a little bit more. And also, I don't have many short sleeve items in my wardrobe, so I think that having a few pieces with shorter sleeves would be beneficial. So this is a little out of my comfort zone. I would probably feel a little bit better in this if I lost another 5 or 10 pounds, but it's moving towards the direction that I want my wardrobe to go into, so I'm gonna keep this. I'm not sure if I bought this new. Something says I may have gotten this at Nordstrom Rack really inexpensive, and it's really cozy, but when I turn around, it's like giving bathrobe vibes. I feel like this is another piece that is something I would hide behind when I was 40 pounds heavier. And it looks fine, it's good. I just feel like I'm gonna have a lot of pieces like this. I do love the color. It's really a cozy piece, and it's not the waterfall style that some Barefoot Dream pieces are. What do you guys think? I'm gonna need your help in the comments with some of these. Maybe I could bring this to Boston for my capsule wardrobe there. Walking lumpy, editing from home. I wanna think of my lifestyle as well. It's got pockets. It kind of checks a lot of boxes. These were real security blankets for me for many, many, many years. This is a blue tank top that has been in my closet for so long. It's kind of layered, and I know there are going to be so many people that are like, you need more color. I never reach for this. And even if I am going to go for more color in my wardrobe, I feel like it would be more in the pinks and the red family, ambers and browns. And this makes me feel old for whatever reason. No, blue shirts going. Sorry, gone. I also think it's really funny how we see ourselves versus how other people view us. And that's where I rely on you guys sometimes. Sometimes the pushback from my audience is very strong about something that I just don't like. You know, like, I don't know if people are gonna like how that looked on me. I just didn't feel like me. So this feels more like me. It's also a move in that direction of things that are more fitted. This I thrifted as well. It is like a cashmere blend button-down cardigan. It feels very fitted. I'm gonna say that again, but I do think that this is something I need to get more comfortable with. I wouldn't button this because I think it would be too tight buttoned, but I think I am feeling confident enough that this is something I would wear open. It's better than the real oversized things that I've been picking up. And these jeans actually are the first pair of size 8 jeans that I think I have bought in 20 years. I don't know. They are Lucky brand. I'll show you the bottom of them. They're kind of like ankle length. I think they'd be really cute with some ankle boots. They're comfortable with flats. I wear a lot of Birkenstocks and sneakers when I walk, but I really like, they're not quite a barrel leg, but I guess if I had to pick a style, I think that's what they're the closest to, is the barrel leg, without going out too much. Okay, this is a really fun blouse. I like what I see right now. It's definitely looser fitting. It's something I bought when I weighed more, but it's kind of like this bohemian fit, and I feel like it finally looks like it was always supposed to look. It's actually from Jennifer Lopez at Kohl's, and it has like a little bit of a pattern without being a very loud pattern. Looking at this, it's making me think differently about the Lucky brand flowy top that I showed in the beginning. This is much more what I'm going for with my capsule wardrobe. So I think I am gonna sell that other Lucky brand because this to me looks really pretty. If I come in closely, you can see there's like this little silver metallic, like almost feather looking pattern. And I think this is really pretty. So I think I'm gonna hold on to this. I wouldn't wanna wear this with a really baggy bottom, but I think just like a nice pair of jeans is great with some flats. It's like a nice little elevated outfit. I tend to go more for knits than I go for blouses. So when I find a blouse that I do like, I like to hold on to it. Okay, I thrifted this too. I decided to take the tank top off for this because I just felt like it fit better. I don't know, this is a Vineyard Vines. I feel like it's very tight in my arms. There's my beauty mark that shows through everything. I don't love the way it fits, like when I look here. It just, I don't know. I don't think it fits me properly. I was going for a blouse. Actually, now from here, I feel like it looks pretty good. I love anything that kind of covers my tummy area without being so baggy that looks like maternity. Love the idea of this because it's cream colored, it's very basic. I don't like how it looks from the back, that I see like little rolls here. I don't feel really confident in this. But it's the type of blouse that I would love to feel more confident in. And if I hold my arms like this, I feel like it looks great, but when I go like this, I don't love it. So let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll put this in the maybe pile, but I don't think I'm gonna keep this one. This top here is like more like a layering piece. And since I wear so many black cardigans, I feel like I need a top like this that's just simple to throw on. This I picked up for like $10 at TJ Maxx. I don't think it's taking up much room or real estate, so this isn't bad. This piece is from Stella & Dot. I bought it through like a direct sales party with my friend. I used to wear it as a cover up, but now I think it's better if I keep it for what it's meant to be used at, which is a beach cover up. I mean, this was in the beach line. I just used to wear it with other clothing, and I don't like it in this context, but I think it would be really cute with my bathing suits. I'm looking at my bathing suit drawer. This I think I'm going to keep because I don't have many layering pieces like tank tops that aren't like a ribbed knit like I'm wearing for this try on. Although it's a little bit loose, this just seems like a pretty decent basic. I would say that this keeps making the cut every time I go through my stuff because it's a little bit more fitted in the arms, and even if I were to button it here, but it's not like super high quality. Like I've been really loving quince these days, and I've been turning to quince for some basics that are a little bit higher quality. So I think I just might let this go, not because it doesn't look good or fit well, but I would rather invest in a really nice black cardigan sweater that I'm gonna wear all the time than settle for this one. Like I can't, if I button it, it's not gonna look that great. It has some washwear pilling and some fading. It's just Mossimo, which is like, I don't even think they carry that at Target anymore. So I'm gonna donate this one. I'm not even gonna sell it. I'm just gonna donate it. It fits fine, but it's just not doing anything for me. I compare a lot of my things now to my quince pieces, and I think I like my quince cashmere better, and I like the cut of it better. Again, we're gonna move it along. Calypso St. Bart cashmere, very expensive retail, and I'm happy to pass it along. We are making progress. All right, this piece is like classic cover up. I think I've even pinned the sides of it. Mixed emotions when I look at this one. I relied on this piece for years in so many occasions, and I think it's time to let it go. Like if I was just passing this on a rack, it's not necessarily something I would say, oh, I love that piece. It's not like it's high quality, but this served me for so many years. I'm actually very grateful that I had pieces like this in my wardrobe because I needed pieces like this, and they made me feel beautiful at times that I don't think I would have otherwise, because they kind of covered up the parts of me I needed at the time, but I definitely think that it's time to let go of this one. I'm not gonna let go of all my cover-ups, but I think this is one I can say goodbye to. But thank you. I didn't think a caftan could make me emotional, but this one is, man. Wow. Okay. None of this today. Let's move on to the next one. Not as emotional about this one. I bought this one in California at one of the outdoor malls in Los Angeles. It is kind of big, but I still kind of love this. I love the colors on this. I do think that sometimes big florals make me look older, but in this case, I think this one's gonna stay with me for one more season because I just love the color combination of this palette. This is something I would be drawn to as opposed to like that Aztec print that I just let go of. I'm still kind of liking this, and so I'm gonna keep this one. Okay, here is a thrifted blouse. I think it's too big, sadly. It's really pretty, and you know, I feel like yeah, it's not fitting me. This is what I found happens sometimes as I've lost weight. I actually think this looked better on me when I was heavier because it fit me the way it was supposed to fit me, you know? And it's a beautiful crossover in the front. It's vintage. It's gorgeous. I don't think it's doing anything for me in this current state. I actually think it's making me look larger in my chest. I don't think the pleats are working to my advantage right now. So yeah, sadly, this is gonna go. This is a Patrick Christopher 100% silk, size 16, if anybody's interested. It's really beautiful. This is a vintage blouse that I bought in Spain. And in its current state, I don't think it's super flattering, but I really like this blouse. And I'm actually considering taking this to the tailor. I just don't know if it's worth it. I love the gold button detail. This is one of those pieces that has a little bit of an emotional attachment to it. I love the houndstooth pattern. I think it's a very classic style. Maybe if I were just to tuck it in, somehow it would fit me better. What do you guys think? Maybe just like a half tuck in on this. I'm not much of a tuck in person, which is difficult for blouses like this because I think tucked in this would look really nice. Maybe with a pair of black slacks. I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't think this is the best outfit for this style, but let's hold on to this a little while longer and see if we can make it work in the wardrobe in the next year. You can see this is kind of see-through too, but this is definitely one of those pieces that I wore when it was probably too tight, and now it fits me. I just don't think this is like capsule wardrobe worthy. I also think this might have a couple holes in it, but I think I'm gonna let this one go. Okay, I don't know if you already spotted it, but there's this big hole in this, so yeah. So here's an easy one to let go of. Okay, I remember I wore this top in a video and I got so many compliments. This is again from Stella & Dot. It has these great puff sleeves. It's just a little big for me now, but it's a beautiful wine color, gorgeous for the upcoming season. It almost has like that scuba material vibe, but definitely just a little too big for me now, but somebody will absolutely love this. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color for the season. Gonna sell this one. I put this on backwards. Too big. Okay, one of the things I'm also on the pursuit for in this endeavor of finding a capsule wardrobe is the perfect button-down white blouse. This is not it. This is too big. This is a really nice one from COS that was given to me by my neighbor. Also too oversized. This is a Garnet Hill one that is in a size large, and it's like a very fine corduroy. Really nice. And it also has like a kangaroo pocket in the front. So really comfy, but just not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like the perfect button-down. When I was in Paris, I wore this Zara piece, and it's very wrinkly right now, but it's asymmetrical at the bottom, but it looks dynamite on. Like, I absolutely love this. I'll see if I have a picture from Paris. And I wore little black pixie pants from Old Navy, and I felt like $1,000,000. I'm definitely keeping the Zara, definitely letting go of these three. Even though COS is a great brand, good quality, this Garnet Hill is also really good quality, arguably better than this Zara piece, but this one really made me feel good. I thought it was an interesting cut being asymmetrical. However, I'm still going to probably invest in a button-down shirt. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. A white button-down shirt is something I definitely need to get by the end of this journey. I just want the best white button-down I can find for my body shape, and I'm definitely willing to invest in it. Okay, this top I think is really cute. I haven't tried this on in so long. In fact, I think I should bring this to Italy. I like the sleeves. It's lightweight. It's a pattern, but I think it's really cute. I will at least bring this to Italy. If I don't wear it there, I don't know how often I'd wear it back here, but it's kind of a happy shirt. We'll give it another season or two in my closet and see how it does. This was a blouse that I just bought in Paris at a thrift store, and I love the blush color of it. This is actually a little tight right now, but I really like the style of it. And if you look at it up close, it has like this very subtle shimmer in the fabric, and I love the gold detail buttons, and it's vintage, and I bought it in Paris. So I gotta hold on to this, but this is probably gonna fit a little bit better if I lose like another 5 or 10 pounds, but I also think that this is a great layering piece. This is wool, this was made in Italy, definitely nice quality, but I don't think keeping it in my capsule wardrobe is the best choice for me right now. It's a little, I don't know, it just doesn't really give me a shape. This is where when you invest in a piece like my Quince cardigan or my Jenny Kane cashmere cardigan sweater, am I gonna wear this over one of those? And the answer is 9 times out of 10 gonna be no. Do I wanna keep this in my wardrobe if it's something that I'm not going to choose 9 out of 10 times? I mean, I can't recommend the Jenny Kane just because of the price point. It's so expensive. I would never buy that retail again. It's a beautiful sweater, but I can definitely recommend the Quince sweater, which is $139. I invested in it, and I think to myself, well, why would I wear this wool over that? It's softer, it's more comfortable. I think it's more flattering. I like the color better. When you have something that you invest in, it doesn't have to be a cardigan sweater, like forget about the brand or the what it is, but if you have something, could be a pair of jeans, could be a pair of boots. If you invested in something and you know you love it, or maybe you happen to get lucky and get it at a thrift store for $5, that doesn't matter either. But if you have a piece that you love and you know you're gonna choose that over and over, then it makes these decisions a lot easier. There's nothing wrong with this sweater. It's good quality. I'm just not gonna choose this over my Quince cardigan. So this is gonna go. Okay, here we are, more cover-ups. This one's kind of fun because it's velvety and it's different, but I haven't worn it all year. I'm probably not gonna wear it. Here's another one that I'm probably not gonna wear. I just don't think this is at all capsule wardrobe worthy for me. This is a dress or a tunic my husband bought for me on his first trip to Japan. And for the longest time, it didn't fit me. Let's just try it on to see if it's worth keeping or if I can just acknowledge that it was a really nice memory and pass it along. The brand is Pag Pong. Oh my gosh, this is another one that just has not fit me for so long. I kind of like that this has like a plunging V-neck, but I can kind of tie it up so it's not like too risque. It's not gonna go down too far. This is definitely something I would pair with fitted black pants, black shoes, tone down everything else. And again, I tend to lean towards these warmer colors with the auburn, and we're going into fall. I think I'm gonna hold on to this a little bit more for sentimental reasons and because I'm excited that it finally fits me again and I like the low V. But if I don't wear it this fall, I'm probably gonna get rid of it next year and I'll be okay with that. This one stings a little bit because this I spent a lot of money on. I ordered it online. It's Lululemon. I think it's in the large, extra large, and I bought it and it was on sale. And when it came in, I had already lost some weight, but I was still thinking that this was my size and I wasn't able to return it. So I wore it a couple times. I love this color. It's got the thumb holes and everything. I'm certain I paid around $100 for this, but I think I'm going to have to sell it because I just don't feel great in it, but it's a great top. I was inspired to buy this because I had this one in brown. You may have seen me wear this one. I think I'm gonna keep this one because this is a quarter zip, but I love the gold zipper on this and you know, the little gold in the back here. So I'm gonna try to make this one work, but I am gonna sell this one. This blouse is from Banana Republic. I love a little leopard in my wardrobe, and I think this is a perfect piece to keep because I think I can mix and match it with black blazers, black pants, denim. It has like a cinched waist. This is a really cute sweatshirt that I'm going to sell. It's from Style and Company, which I think is sold at Macy's. I love that it had kind of like Johnny Was vibes with all that gorgeous embroidery. It's a hooded sweatshirt. It's like an extra large, really, really cute, but I am going to sell it. There are gonna be so many good things in my closet for you guys. I love the way the men's stuff fits for Polo Ralph Lauren. I feel like their stuff runs a little small. When I buy things from Ralph Lauren in the women's department, I just think they're shorter in length than I typically want them to be. And they're sometimes a little bit more fitted than I'm ready for just yet. I wore this in a reel. I wore this like as a bathing suit cover up with like a cute hat from Martha's Vineyard or Nantucket. And I just thought it was such a cute summer look. All the embroidery on the horse is different. He's in white and blue and the horse is brown and the polo thing is tan. I think it's really cute. Ralph Lauren is so expensive that when I can find it thrifted and lived in really great condition, I always am such a sucker for it. So I'm definitely keeping this. This may be something that to you may not be like super flattering or whatever, but this just feels comfortable. I love the quality. I love the brand. I love the fit. I love that I can throw it over a bathing suit in the summer. And I love that I could probably also throw it on with like a pair of yoga pants and go do groceries with a baseball hat. So you get a very good idea of how I'm going through this process. I'm going to continue to do this on my own. When we come back and we do different categories and different sections of my closet, I will continue to add things to this rack that I am really scaling back on today. And then once I've been through everything, and I have mostly everything hanging in front of me, I will start to piece together outfits and we can really look at looks all together from head to toe, blouses, jackets, jeans, belts, shoes, handbags, all that stuff. So let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. I'm leaning towards handbags, but if there's something you'd rather see, let me know in the comments. And sorry, I'm cutting my head off for most of this video. Okay guys, that was a workout. It was probably good that I turned off the camera for a while because I really was efficient when I was just in the other room in front of my mirror trying things on, rifling through things really quickly. You can see my bed is all cleared off now. Lumpy is to my left here, standing in front of a giant pile of donations. I'm estimating about 40 pieces. I'm gonna bring you to the back room and give you a nice reveal of where we're at. Remember, we are doing this in chunks. I got rid of more than half of that closet. Let's flip it around. Lumpy is in front of the big pile. Your sister Lulu Marie helped me with this last video 5 years ago. She was a good helper too. So those are all donate or sells, and there's quite a nice pile. I am going to walk you back here. There were a couple things that I want to sell or keep that were just on the floor and full of dust, so those are being washed. These are all of the hangers that I pulled. I'm going to bring all the black hangers to Boston because I am doing a little black and white theme there. The rest, I don't know, we'll donate. Remember, my dresses are behind here. Can you believe how much space is over there? All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So here's the before, and here is the after. Oh my gosh, I'm really, really happy here. I decided to keep white plastic, wooden, and then the very light colored cream or white velvet. Over here, you guys, these are all sweatshirts, and I donated a bunch, but these are all like Penn State, Boston, UMaine, Vineyard Vines, Billy Joel concert, Nantucket, so many. I think I got rid of like 5. I still need to go through more of those, but I was not going to let them take up nice real estate for my capsule wardrobe. I discovered 2 storage little shelves that I didn't even realize that I had because they were buried behind these tops and sweaters, some sneakers that we'll go through another time. Anything that was really patterned or had like a lot of colors or was a floral print. This is a nice sequins piece. This is the leopard top that I showed you. This was something I bought recently when I was in Chicago. These are all like tank tops, sleeveless for layering. This is where I tended to be the most open-minded when it came to color and patterns and different fabric styles, because I felt like a lot of those were for layering. Since I like to be more neutral with my palette, I thought that was like a great compromise, and that's where I wanted my pop of color to be. Or say with like a fun pair of shoes, like with a little camo print or a leopard print. We'll get into that once I start putting all of these outfits together. Over here, I have like a suede jacket that's really nice, fits me really nicely. This is like an oversized, stretchy blue and gray blazer. This is a vintage blazer, a little linen J. Jill, kind of boxy. That looks cute. A nice cardigan sweater that I decided to keep for travel. My thrifted is the new black sweatshirt. This is one that my son Rocco designed for me, positive thrift vibes. This is actually a piece that is Johnny Was, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's a little big. I need to try this on with some other pieces because I am definitely not ready to sell this. This was definitely an investment piece for me, but as it is right now, it just looks a little big. These are just a couple of pairs of pants that I'm saving for when I try on my pants, and these are the hangers I decided to save for in here. So this configuration might change as I stated, but I wanted all this open space to start this journey so that as I hang pieces in here, as I reintroduce things into what will be my capsule wardrobe, I have space, which is why I started with this rod, and it feels really, really nice. What are your thoughts, Lump? I'm surprised you're not on this nice cozy blanket over here. I am not putting a number on my capsule wardrobe, but I do want items that work together with one another, that make me feel good, and that are good quality. This is not about perfection. The closet isn't perfect, my body isn't perfect, but we are working towards something really special here. It feels perfect for this stage of life that I'm in, and I'm really encouraged to see where the rest of this makeover is going to go. See, this time around, I'm not only clearing space out in my closet, I'm clearing some space in my head. I don't like this extra clutter taking up mental real estate. If you're navigating body changes in midlife, whether it's menopause or weight loss or just lifestyle shifts, you deserve a wardrobe that feels good right now, not someday. I wish I had taken this approach back in 2020. Thank you so much for joining me on our first episode of Closet Confessions. If you're ready for your own reset, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and let's support each other on this journey. Thank you guys so much for watching and following along my adventures here. I love you so much, and I will see you very soon in another video. Thank you again to MIDI Health for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to click the link in my description and schedule your first virtual visit today.